What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we have a 1 million coin squad builder, and we're talking about all three the three strikers, should I say. All of them have a 3-star weak foot. Now let's get straight into this. The first card we're going to put in is, of course, Neymar. There's going to be no dispute there. Neymar's going to go in for the price of 100k now. Neymar is definitely an absolute steal. If you don't have him in your team, get him as a sub. He's definitely going to be there to carry. 5-star, 5-star. The stats speak for himself. One of the best cards, if not the best gold card in the entirety of FIFA 21. Then moving alongside him, we've got a new card. A new card that just came out very recently, and it's one that has got a 5-star weak foot, and that is Cecina. Now don't forget, this is the rest of the world team of the season, but he's got a very good team of the season card. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this. That was only come up to my attention quite recently, but 5-star, 4-star, high, medium, and he's got the agility balance. All you got to do is put a finisher on him. Neymar Senior, two of the best cards in the game for what? Under 200k? It's ridiculous now how cheap prices are. So no one can complain that can't afford a good team, because I'm pretty sure if you play the game at least somewhat hardcore, you should be able to afford some of these cards. Now to link them together, we have gone with a team in the season card. I would love to go with someone like Blanc, but obviously there's cheaper cards and more better cards at this stage. Paqueta is a really good card, the new addition, a good CDM. Now the benefit of him is, look, I'm not gonna lie, he's not the most defensive of players. He's high medium, but we're gonna focus this main on a 3-5-2 because that's the main meta formation, I think it is. And I think if you put him on stay back while attacking, you dump a shadow on him. He's got very good stand tackling anyway, and his defense awareness is somewhat decent. So you can put a shadow on him, max out his sprint speed, and I think he is a very good card for a holding card or for an attacking centre mid. And then to link all those together, we've gone, of course, with a left back as well. From if you guys remember, there was a big issue early on in the game that there wasn't a link to Neymar. There was Kazawa, but Kazawa wasn't the best, and that was a big issue in I suppose you can say in Liga 1. But we got a new addition, a new card that did came out, and that's the benefit now that everyone get that cheap link to Neymar now for what, a very cheap price. So I think no one's got an excuse now to say, no, I can't get Neymar on the team. In fact, you can even get, for example, this card and you get Neymar, and you can get them in together with a green link. Thankfully, you cannot get the green triangle between Neymar, Paqueta, and this card. I don't know how you pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to attempt to butcher it. Cal Henrique, maybe. I'm not that good at the foreign names, but that's definitely a card that's really worth it. He is, I'll be honest, high medium people are saying is a bad thing. I'll be honest, you dash him on stay back while attacking, he's not the end of the world. He's got good agility and balance. He is 5'11", so he can play centre back as well. He's got top tier agility and balance. And then to bring the cards together, we've gone with the centre mid. Now Rossi was a card that I implemented last year in my team, just like I did with Cecina. Rossi as we're talking about, I think it's Diego. Let me just double check. I think it's Diego Rossi, because I know there was two Rossis that were both called Diego. I think this is the right one, yes. So this is again another good card. He's got a 4-star, 4-star. So hasn't exactly got the 5-star, 5-star, but 4-star, 4-star. I think he's absolutely perfect. He's got amazing stamina, so he can play as a left mid or right mid, can play as a cam, second striker. Look, he's got 98 finishing as his default stats. 98 finishing as his default stats, and don't forget he's got 99 agility and balance. It makes him an exceptional card, honestly. Like, I'm not even joking. I wouldn't even know. I mean, the only thing that could make him just a bit better if he had a 5-star weak foot, but he's got the outside of foot shot trait nonetheless. Still makes it a top tier card. I'd probably say go towards maybe a Deadeye. Deadeye or Hawk, I would say either one of those, because he's got the strength and aggression, and I think for a super sub, I think he's a fantastic card. And then we're going to go with the other 5-star weak foot. Pozuelo, I think that's how you say his name, Alejandro Pozuelo. I think a good addition. Same thing like last year. The good thing with these MLS and all these other off leagues is that you can get these very cheap bottom line prices for like almost next to nothing. High, medium, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. I see him more of a cam. His sprint speed's not the best. You have to slap a hunter on him, and that's why I see him more of a cam. So in a 3-5-2, I see him as a cam type player. Got the stamina that you can play left mid, right mid if he wants to as well. In fact, you can play Rossi in cam or Pozuelo, but I would say Pozuelo just because of the 5-star weak foot. But I think again a top tier card, has outside of foot shot trait, finesse shot trait as well if he's going to play in that cam position, and he's got really good decent long passing, and he's got good long shots. So if you do win the counter, you can pass the ball, and his short passing is second to none. Then we're going to go with another card, one card that I've been using a lot, and that is Lucas Vasquez. Vasquez again, another top tier card, probably one of the most underrated cards this year. I'm talking about his team of the season variation, should I say, as well. A top tier card, you know, creme de la creme. I bought him for 442. Yes, I overpaid for him, but I'm not disappointed. He's around about 200k now. But he's one of the best centre mids in the game. You know, he's high, very attacking, 4-star, and I think in this team it's an exceptional card. I think, you know, when you get that finishing up, you can play him in a cam, left mid, right mid, but I think with the shadow as a centre mid, I think with Paqueta you got two CDMs that can also play as attacking centre mids. I think that ultimately makes some of the best team combinations you have. To get everyone on the right hand side on chemistry, we've got Moreno. You don't really need too much of a good left back or right back. To be dead honest with you, pace is probably should be at the forefront. Generally speaking, when you're considering buying a card, just simply because that's the wrong Moreno. Just simply because if you think about it now, I think it's Alex Moreno, but the problem is at this stage of the game, pace is the most important thing, because most people are going to have pacey players now, and they just need to slap, for example, a finisher on them. So I wouldn't go with anyone below 90 sprint speed, in my opinion. 90 sprint speed should be the minimum, and even then you should be looking towards putting a hunter on that card just to bring those stats up. But you can play centre back as well. A very good card, and can play equally as well. Then to bring the team together, we have gone with Koundé. Now Koundé, I'm not really a big fan of the centre backs, but I think Koundé, for his price, you can't really go wrong. I mean, I would probably say you could still go with a fullback here if you want to. You can go with Navas, someone like that. That's who I would say instead. But I think Koundé is a top tier card. I think for his price, you can't really complain. He's got the agility and balance, and he's got the pace. And for a central centre back, I think he is really good. There's two cards you can go here. You can have Yuri Bachiche. Bachiche is a really good card. We have gone with Navas though, just to keep everything in shape, because Navas will be playing as a left mid or a right mid. That's how we've gone with Navas. Out of Bachiche and Navas, they're both very good players. But Bachiche is a more of a cheaper option, but he's more of a defensive minded player. He could do a bit of everything, but Navas, the benefit of him is he's got the stats to do absolutely everything, and of course he's got the really good defensive stats as well, and of course he has the 4-star skill moves. He does lack the weak foot. That's probably the downside, but I think as a left mid, right mid, he's got the stamina, he's got everything that you really would want. So him and Bachiche is completely fine. And then if we go over to the goalkeeper, I've just gone with Courtois. If you want to, you can get regular Courtois. But if you can push the budget just a little bit more, you get team of the season Courtois. Team of the season goalkeepers are not going to make that much of a difference. So that is a team. If you really want to, you can of course try to get, for example, a player to get Koundé on chemistry. But to be completely honest, I'll just say there's no point. I mean, if you really want to, you can. But let's have a look at how this looks like in games. I want to show you how you get your chemistry up as well. And as I said, don't worry too much about the goalkeepers, because goalkeepers, a general rule of thumb is as long as the person's got a save with feet trait, you should be fine. There's a few exceptions, so I still think Courtois is a really good goalkeeper. If you want to, you can go with Ter Stegen, but I used Courtois in the beginning and I very much trusted him, and that is why I liked him. But let's have a look at how this looks like in game. So we go over to Footbin over here, and this is how it looks like. So as you can see, we get 100 chemistry, and that is a team. Everyone gets 10 chemistry par this guy, these four players: Cecina, Rossi, Koundé and Bachiche. Now if you want to, you can go with a Brazilian manager and get a senior on chemistry, and then you can get, for example, these two at the back. It's completely up to you. I have gone with Rossi and I've gone with the back two. As you see here, I decided to go, you can go with either Navas or you can go with Bachiche. It's completely up to you. So if you're going to be playing in a 3-5-2, now you can play multiple formations if you really want. If you really want to play a 4-2-3-1, you can do Neymar and Cam, or Neymar striker, and I'll be honest, you can have sport for choice. You could basically play anyone, but something like that would be perfectly well but I would probably say, you know what, I'd probably go with something like maybe a 3-5-2. I think a 3-5-2 is probably the best case for this formation. Change it over there, and I'll say Neymar striker, a senior striker alongside him. Pozuelo and Cam, because he's got a 5-star weak foot, but of course you can put Rossi in the middle if you want to as well, so you do have that maneuverability over there. And then of course you have Paqueta and Vasquez. I'll say leave Vasquez on balance. Now if you've got Navas in your team, just put Navas over here instead of Bachiche, and there you got one of the best teams that you can buy for 1,000,000 coins. I don't really think there's a team that's actually worth better in terms of 5-star weak foot, in terms of value, for the price of 1,000,000 coins. And that's why I'd say I'd definitely suggest this team. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you much for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.